Ladies and gentlemen, we just got some bombshell, brand new information regarding President Trump's ongoing mass deportation efforts, and I'll tell you what, honestly, this information changes everything. Now, President Trump has been back in the White House for just over 6 months now, and obviously one of his #1 campaign promises was mass deportations. So how exactly has that been going so far? Well, so far, President Trump has been strategically targeting the most violent criminal illegal aliens first, and so that's what we've been seeing happen over the last couple of months with all of these ICE raids. And so to put a number on all of this, as of the middle of June, we've seen data approximating that around 200,000 illegal aliens have been deported so far. And so if we do the math on that and then project that number out over the next couple of years during President Trump's term in the White House, we'd expect to see just around 1.6 million deportations by the time President Trump's term comes to an end. And now, I know what you're probably thinking. Only 1.6 million deportations? We had over 20 million illegal aliens enter the country in just the last 4 years. Well, folks, this is where self-deportations come into the picture. But to break that down for you, I want you all to take a listen to what Stephen Miller had to say about this just last night. Let it play.
Under Trump, all job gains have gone to Americans. Looking at labor force data, we believe there's already been 1 million self-deportations. Wow. So we are well on our way here. If we stay the course, Jesse, and if illegal aliens understand the consequences of staying versus the opportunities of leaving, we're going to see millions and millions more self-deportations. Because if you stay, here's the consequences. You face sudden arrest, sudden deportation, you face the potential garnishment of all of your income, all of your wages, the loss of your property, incarceration and imprisonment for immigration and other crimes. If you choose to self-deport, you can go back home. You do have the opportunity to apply for legal entry if you wish to do so in the future, and you're going to get a $1,000 check on your way out. So this is a very clear choice, and we're seeing over 1 million legal aliens are clearly choosing just to go back to their countries. But look, at the end of the day, what this really comes down to is this, Jesse. Who lives in your country determines what your country is, right? Haiti doesn't work as a country. Like, it just doesn't. People have tried forever. People have spent billions of dollars trying to make Haiti work as a project. Haiti doesn't work. If you take Haiti and you move it to America, it's not going to work here. Somalia doesn't work as a country, has never worked as a country. You take Somalia out of Somalia, you put it here, it's not going to work any better. It's not about how you feel about an individual immigrant. It's about the policy at a systemic scale. If you move the third world to the first world, eventually we become the third world. And that's not good for us. It's not good for anybody who wants to live here in the future.
And so, folks, everything that Stephen Miller just said is absolutely correct. But you know what? Let's really break it down here. As Stephen Miller said, recent data from the Labor Department has confirmed that over 1 million foreign-born laborers have actually left the U.S. workforce between March and June alone, meaning that just in a small 3-month-long window, over 1 million illegal aliens left their jobs here in the USA and went back home. And so what this really means is that not only is ICE deporting around 35,000 illegal aliens per month, but that also around 335 illegal aliens have been self-deporting each month as well. Folks, what that means is that just around 370,000 illegal aliens are exiting this country each and every month. That is absolutely massive. But you know what? If you annualize that out over for the next 4 years that President Trump is in office, that comes out to just around 18 million illegal aliens getting kicked out of the country. And now, folks, what I want to do is really break down just how consequential all of this really is. But first, I do want to say that if you guys enjoy the daily news updates, please consider subscribing to the channel because it really does help a ton. But okay, take a look at this.
Look, at every turn, illegal aliens have always been treated better than Americans. The difference is, in this administration, they're getting a ticket out of America so that we can take care of our own people. Do you have any idea how many resources will be opened up for Americans when the illegals are gone? No more waiting in line at an emergency room? No more massive traffic in Los Angeles? Your health insurance premiums go down? Your public school classroom size will shrink dramatically. They have more time to educate every student. You won't have to compete for public benefits. If you're hard if you're down on your luck, you're having a hard time, and you do need to get support from the government, you're not going to be in line behind millions of illegal aliens from the third world. This is going to be such a gift to the quality of life of everyday Americans, Jesse. It's hard to even express the wonders that await for working people.
Well, I mean,
and so, ladies and gentlemen, he's not wrong about any of that. The truth is, for decades now, our country has been overburdened and overstrained by the never-ending waves of third-world immigrants that have come flooding into this country. And the entire situation here has suppressed wages for actual Americans, it's jacked up housing prices, it's put a huge amount of strain on American taxpayers, and so honestly, at this point, Americans have had enough. Which is why Americans, all of us, just overwhelmingly voted for mass deportations. And you know what? According to the numbers, that is exactly what we're getting. Think about it like this. As things currently stand, every 3 months, over 1 million illegal aliens are leaving the country. And so, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you, but personally, that is exactly what I voted for. But now, as I'm sure you've all seen, as all of these deportations and self-deportations have been taking place, the far-left radical progressives have been having a meltdown and kicking and screaming. Take a look at this.
Look, you got all these crazies on the left that feel emboldened because you got members of Congress, you got members of the Senate comparing ICE to the Nazis and racists and terrorist groups, for God's sake. They're making these claims. So you got these nuts on the left who are emboldened because they're thinking, well, if a member of Congress thinks they're racist and they're the terrorists, then we can act upon it. And look, you're right. The assault's up over 800%. And the media, they're doing nothing but attacking ICE for wearing masks, trying to protect themselves and trying to protect their families. Not only are they attacking ICE agents, they're going after their families and their children. So President Trump made a statement the other night, and I agree with him. This is over. You throw a stone at an ICE vehicle, we're going to get out, we're going to arrest you, we're going to prosecute you. You put a hands on an ICE officer, zero tolerance. You put a hand on an officer, you're going to jail. If you impede an ICE officer, you're going to jail. If you harbor and conceal an illegal alien, you're going to jail. Zero tolerance. Pam Boning's already talked to U.S. attorneys across the country. They will not decline a prosecution presented by ICE or Border Patrol when someone puts a hand, impedes, or destroys government property. We're done with this. We're taking a hard stance.
You hear that, folks? Zero tolerance. Now we are taking a hard stance. The reality is, right now, President Trump's administration is sending a crystal clear message. We can do it the nice way or we can do it the mean way, but one way or another, every single one of these illegal alien invaders has got to go. And you know what? Here's the truth. Don't forget about this. The Trump administration has very graciously gone out of their way and created a self-deportation smartphone app to help these people self-deport. And they're even offering these people plane tickets and a $1,000 travel stipend so that they can go home. That's what the nice way looks like. But hey, if they refuse, then they're getting snatched up by ICE and deported. Why? Because they've got to go. And so, folks, once again, this is exactly what we voted for. Every single person that has illegally entered this country has got to go home. Every single one of them. That means no amnesty, no temporary work visas for all of these illegal immigrants, zero negotiations. If you have illegally invaded this country, you need to get out immediately and go home. And so, folks, I don't know, maybe that sounds a little bit extreme, but you know what? Here's the truth. That is what it's going to take to finally make this country great again. Now, ladies and gentlemen, before we wrap up, I do want to say real quick that we officially have a Morse News Twitter page as well as a Morse News Facebook page. So if you use either of those platforms, please go down below and drop a follow in order to get breaking news updates that relate to everything we talk about here in the YouTube videos. But everyone, that is going to be a wrap for today's video, so please go down below and drop a comment. Let me know what you think about all of this. Please like the video while you're down there, and like I said earlier, please consider subscribing to the channel because it really does help a ton. Thank you all very much for tuning in today, and of course, as always, stay safe.